Number 25. Orlando. Orlando is a theme park city having more theme parks than any place else in the world. There are Walt Disney World, Epcot Center Park, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and Gator, to name a few, all of which bring 51 million visitors a year. Central Florida city of 2 million people. This Sunbelt city doesn't get hit by hurricanes as much as other parts of the state, which makes it a great place to visit in Florida. One of America's most visited cities, Orlando is also home to the University of Central Florida, which has the second largest college enrollment in the United States. Number 24. Melbourne. Melbourne is Australia's mecca for all things trendy and tasty. The city offers up exquisite dining, exhilarating sport, and abundant opportunities to experience art. A perfect blend of rich cultural history and new age trends is waiting for you in Melbourne. As the sun goes down, the city comes to life with a vibrant dining scene as well as events and exhibitions. Explore its bustling laneways, trendy neighborhoods, and sophisticated foodie scene to get a taste of what Melbourne is all about. Number 23. Istanbul. Istanbul is a city that wears its cultures and history well, blending them into an exciting city that has much to offer travelers from around the world. Founded during Neolithic times, Istanbul today is a modern city that remains true to its historic heritage through its mosques, basilicas, and ancient bazaars. Standing between the east and the west, Turkey's largest city offers an aura of intrigue and charm that will appeal to all visitors. Istanbul is the largest city in Turkey, serving as the country's economic, cultural, and historical hub. The city has a population of over 15 million residents, comprising 19% of the population of Turkey. Istanbul is the most populous European city and the world's 15th largest city. Number 22. Sydney. A city of iconic attractions and brilliant beaches, Sydney is a destination you'll never forget. Sydney is home to must-visit icons like the Sydney Harbour Bridge and Opera House, but this harbour city is constantly evolving. New rooftop bars, theatre shows, and designer shops pop up at every turn, and the urban excitement is perfectly balanced by afternoons spent lying on the sand. Plus, with diverse destinations at its doorstep, Sydney is the perfect base for day trips and weekends away. Number 21. Prague. Prague is the capital city of Czechia. The country lies at the heart of Central Europe, and is bordered by Austria, Germany, Poland, and Slovakia. In the Middle Ages, Prague became the capital of Charles IV's Bohemian Kingdom, with Prague Castle the seat of the empire. The city has played a pivotal role in the region ever since. Prague's epic history has produced a city full of beauty, of stunning Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque-era buildings, and of majestic squares. In modern times, the statist communist era of the mid-20th century has given way to dynamic capitalism. Tourism in Prague has helped drive its regeneration, transforming gray, rundown buildings into fine restaurants, stylish hotels, and vibrant bars, a virtuous circle, which encourages an ever greater number of tourists to visit the city. Number 20. Lisbon. Lisbon, capital of Portugal, and the center of the Lisbon metropolitan area. Located in western Portugal on the estuary of the Tagus River, it is the westernmost capital city in continental Europe and serves as the country's chief port, largest city, and commercial, political, and tourist center. The city's name is a modification of the ancient Alisipo, and its founding has been attributed to the legacy of Ulysses, the hero of Homer's Odyssey, to Elisha, purported to have been a grandson of the Hebrew patriarch Abraham, and, more credibly, to Phoenician colonists. Lisbon owes its historical prominence to its natural harbor, one of the most beautiful in the world. Number 19. Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the heart of Southern California, it is the second most populous city and metropolitan area, after New York City, in the United States. Became a world-class city very recently. At the start of the 20th century, it was considered merely a large village. This ascendancy is all the more remarkable, considering that the city originally lacked some of the essential building blocks associated with cityhood, such as a natural harbor. Yet it overcame natural deficiencies and established itself as an important center of commerce, agriculture, tourism, and industry. For more than a century, it has been indelibly associated with a benign climate, extensive leisure, and outdoor recreation, as well as the special aura of celebrity associated with Hollywood. The lifestyle of Los Angeles residents relies on the automobile, idealizes the single-family dwelling, and favors informality. With notable exceptions, the skyline is primarily horizontal rather than vertical. Los Angeles is a place of extraordinary ethnic and racial diversity, owing largely to immigration, and, like other world cities, it reflects a growing gap between rich and poor. Los Angeles has endured the barbs of many detractors. Critics refer to it either as a laid-back la-la land or, conversely, as a place reeling from earthquakes, fire, smog, gang warfare, and riots. The city's defenders admire its mild climate and geographic variety. They claim that its major social problems are similar to those of all big cities and are perhaps even less severe there than elsewhere. In fact, some observers regard it as the most modern and quintessential American city. Number 18. Vienne. Vienna is the capital of Austria, a Western democracy, and member of the European Union. Located in the east of the country on the banks of the mighty Danube River, the city is home to around 2 million people. Despite its size, Vienna retains the feel of a large town. Part of that is down to the numerous parks, woodlands, outlying hills, and other open and green spaces. Global urban livability rankings tend to put Vienna at, or near, the top. The city has excellent public services, particularly public transport and health, accessibility, economic success, low crime, and a wide range of leisure and cultural activities available. Vienna certainly counts as a popular tourist destination, particularly for short city breaks. The huge tourism sector and high level of education means service personnel and similar normally all speak good English. However, the national language is German. Obviously, the city has all the amenities and opportunities you'd associate with a large, wealthy, and well-run European city, and the euro as its currency. Vienna can legitimately lay claim to being the home of classical music, whatever the rest of the world may say. Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn, Brahms, Mahler, Bruckner, Schubert, Lehar, various members of the Strauss family, and many others all tinkled the ivories, plucked at strings, and produced copious quantities of sheet music here. Many people choose to visit the landmarks associated with the famous composers, such as their homes, or to listen to their works in one of the city's, often historical, concert venues. Vienna has one of the world's greatest opera houses and, possibly, the world's best classical music concert hall. Like many of the great European cities, you can simply wander around the streets and enjoy the mix of past architectural eras, such as Baroque townhouses, Jugendstil shop fronts, Biedermeier villas, and neo-Gothic municipal offices. Number 17. Hong Kong. Hong Kong is one of the attractive ports of East Asia, known for its usually huge volume of trade. But this busy and lively city can be one of the most attractive tourist destinations for travelers. The intersection of Western and Eastern lifestyles and architecture is the most important feature of this beautiful city. Hong Kong is an autonomous region in southern China. This autonomous trade zone operates independently of China, except in foreign policy and defense affairs. The volume of commercial transactions of the Port of Hong Kong is so large that it has become the third most important economic area in the world, after the London and New York stock exchanges. Hong Kong has a limited area and a population of about 7 million. This 7 million population has turned Hong Kong into one of the most densely populated areas. For this reason, the first thing that attracts the attention of every tourist is the tall towers. Bright nights and busy streets make traveling to Hong Kong one of the most enjoyable experiences for tourists. Hong Kong can be a popular travel destination for tourists all year round. From the middle of September to the end of February, the weather in this city is moderate, and from May to the middle of September, it is hot and humid. August is the hottest month in Hong Kong. Number 16. Osaka. Osaka, Japan's third largest city, is known as the excitement capital of the country with its lively streets, delicious food, and unique culture. The city of Osaka is located on the island of Honshu, roughly in the center of Japan. This city was founded in 1889 and has more than 2.5 million people. Although Osaka Prefecture is the second smallest prefecture in Japan in terms of area, it is the second most populous prefecture after Tokyo. Every corner of Osaka has a story to tell. Osaka Castle, with its grandeur, is a reminder of the turbulent history of this city. Tsutenkaku Gardens, with its profusion of cherry blossoms in spring and the fiery colors of autumn, presents an unparalleled tableau of beauty. But Osaka does not end only with history and nature. This city is a paradise for Japanese food lovers. In Osaka restaurants, you can enjoy the most delicious Japanese food, from hot and delicious takoyaki to colorful okonomiyaki and fresh sushi. Osaka nights have another world. The neon signs at Dotonbori sparkle like stars in the night sky, bringing excitement to its peak. In the meantime, the sound of music can be heard from cafes and bars and invites the people of the city to dance and be happy. Osaka is not just a city, but an experience. An experience of living in the heart of Japan, with all its colors, flavors, and vibrancy. A trip to Osaka is a trip to the unknown world, where every day a new window opens to beauty and wonder. Number 15. Dublin. Dublin is the capital of Ireland and one of the most populated cities in this country. About 1 million people live in the city of Dublin, mostly their language is Irish. The city of Dublin is located in the middle of the eastern coastline of Ireland and on the banks of the Liffey River. The area of this city is 115 square kilometers, and there are low mountains along its south. Dublin is one of the most attractive tourist destinations in Europe. The origin of the name of the city of Dublin is a combination of Dob and Lane, which means black pond in Irish. Dublin is a relatively expensive city, but the historical attractions in the city of Dublin have been able to sustain the tourism industry of Ireland, and every year many travelers choose Dublin to spend their holidays in the European continent. The city of Dublin was originally founded by the Vikings, Scottish sailors, and after the invasion of the Normans, Dublin was taken over by them. So the Normans and Norwegians attacked this Irish city, and during their rule, they had a great impact on the culture and traditions of this country. This great city witnessed a lot of growth and prosperity in the 17th century, so for a while in the 18th century, Dublin became the second largest city under the rule of the British Empire. But at the beginning of the 19th century, the importance of this city decreased. However, it is still the most important and main city on the island of Ireland. Number 14. Seoul. Seoul is the political and economic capital of South Korea and one of the most popular tourist destinations in Asia. 25 million people live in this city, making it the largest city in South Korea. Sightseeing in Seoul, this bustling metropolis, attracts many visitors every year. A place that combines the sights of the new age with the goodness of the old world. This city is truly unique with colorful lights, diverse foods, busy markets, and various historical attractions. Seoul's tourist attractions are interesting and countless. This city has it all, from a fascinating and unusual culture to great food, amazing shopping, and great entertainment options. Thanks to the many sightseeing spots in Seoul, you will have an exciting and busy trip to this city. Seoul is a sprawling yet safe metropolis among tourists. Therefore, all colors, tourism, and exploration routes are clear in this city. With this guide, it will be easy to travel to Seoul and come back with memorable stories and pictures. Number 13. Milan. Milan, in the north of Italy, is the second largest city in the country with a population of 3 million. The capital of Lombardy province is a prosperous city and the financial center of Italy. Although it is mostly known for fashion and clothing, Armani, Versace, Gabbana, Missoni, Moschino, and Prada are all global brands in this city. Of course, this is not all about Milan, and this city has many special features. Milan is one of the wealthiest cities in Europe and has contributed greatly to Italy's economy and culture over the years. This city is known as a financial, commercial, and economic center that has been able to develop well along with museums, churches, and historical buildings. Yes, Milan is a unique, modern, and advanced city that many choose to live in and travel to. Food and cooking are very important to Italians, and most of their dishes such as pizza and pasta are world famous. The people of this city are loyal to their traditional culture and care a lot about their family as far as marriages are still held in the old way. When eating, you have to wait until they all gather and then start eating. Speak softly in religious places such as churches. Be sure to get permission before taking photos of famous places and attractions and other people. Milanese and Italians tend to judge people by how they dress, so pay attention to how you dress. Number 12. Munich. Munich is one of the most popular tourist cities in Germany. It is called the heart of Bavaria and Germany's IT capital. The country's most expensive real estate and one of Europe's best cycling systems with a length of 1,200 kilometers of bicycle paths are in Munich. Bavarian dialect is spoken here. Munich, best known as the origin of the world-famous Oktoberfest, Munich is one of the best places to visit Germany with a great cultural scene. Munich is home to several sophisticated opera houses and theaters like the National Theatre. The city center is an attractive blend of classic and modern architecture, teeming with historic churches, medieval walls, and royal palaces, as well as bustling shopping centers and nightlife venues. Munich's Oktoberfest began in 1810 with a royal wedding celebration. Today, this famous festival draws millions of visitors every year to take part in the revelry that involves several gigantic beer tents, delicious Bavarian food, and millions of gallons of beer. Number 11. Singapore. Singapore is a sunny, tropical island in Southeast Asia, off the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula. It is about 275 square miles, smaller than the state of Rhode Island, and inhabited by over 5 million people, of which the resident population comprises 4 major communities: Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian. Since its independence on August 9, 1965, the country has adopted a parliamentary democracy system. Ideally positioned in Southeast Asia, where the rest of the region is just a hop, skip, and jump away, Singapore is a thriving metropolis offering a world-class infrastructure, a fully integrated island-wide transport network, a dynamic business environment, vibrant living spaces, and a rich culture largely influenced by the 4 major communities in Singapore, with each offering different perspectives of life in Singapore in terms of culture, religion, food, language, and history. Number 10. London. This city is one of the oldest cities in the world. This city is the largest metropolis in Britain and is the economic and cultural centre of England. London is located in southeast England, on the banks of the River Thames, 80 miles into the North Sea. A distinct characteristic of London is the absence of a general form in the city's structure. This city has mayors, bishops, cathedrals, chambers of commerce, police forces, opera houses, orchestras, and numerous universities. By 1800, the population of London exceeded 1 million people, and a century later it reached 6.5 million people. The evacuation and bombing during World War II was a turning point in London's history, as it brought a long era of extensive suburbanization to an abrupt end. After the war, the government concluded that the metropolis had grown too much for its economic and social benefits, and that its growth was a strategic risk. The traffic of tourists to visit the attractions is very high, and each tourist place attracts between 1 and 7 million visitors throughout the year. Among these places are Buckingham Palace, the British Museum, the National Gallery, Madame Tussauds Tower. London pointed out. Local amenities and property values combine with a multi-ethnic demographic mix to create a wide variety of micro-residential microclimates within the metropolis. Number 9. Barcelona. Many people know Barcelona because of its famous football team, but Messi is not the only reason for the popularity of this team and its city. Barcelona is the second most populous city in Spain and one of the cultural centers of Europe, which is also considered the heart of live music and theater in Europe. Barcelona is a paradise of pleasant suns and beach activities, sea and pristine beaches, restaurants, and cafes that are open until late at night. When you enter this city, the streets full of tourists, sites and museums, stunning architecture, shopping and entertainment, etc., will captivate you. Barcelona is the second largest city in Spain and the capital of the autonomous region of Catalonia, a city that, like Madrid, is known in the world for its famous football team and is considered the most important port of this country after Madrid. This city is generally a museum for displaying architecture in different styles, including Gothic. All kinds of churches and museums, along with the buildings and vivid colors of the city, can create beautiful days. The city also has 7 captivating beaches that are a paradise for Europeans. Number 8. New York. New York is the largest city in the United States of America, and on the other hand, it is the commercial, financial, cultural, and entertainment center of America. The tourist attractions of New York are very famous, and every year many tourists and enthusiasts travel to this scenic city to visit them. New York is known as one of the most important centers of art and culture in the world, and many concerts, theater shows, films, and cultural events are held in this city every year. This state is also known as the capital of the world because of its superiority in terms of politics, economy, and culture. In general, New York is a dynamic, multicultural, and vibrant city, and these features have attracted many people to this city. Many tourists and travelers go to New York every year to enjoy the beauty of this lively city. New York is a large city in the northeastern United States. This city has a population of over 8 million people. The metropolis of New York, with its tall buildings and many commercial centers, has one of the largest and most famous public transportation fleets in the world. This public transport fleet includes metro, bus, taxi, and boat. In terms of climate, New York is a city with mild to cold weather in winter and hot and humid in summer. This type of weather condition is known as one of the most important features of New York City. Spring season in New York is a season with cool weather, where the flowers and colors of nature are combined with the city. New York is a city of beautiful parks and memorable nature. For this reason, among the tourist attractions of New York, we can mention different types of large and beautiful parks such as Central Park, Hyde Park, Flushing Park, and Greenbelt Park. Number 7. Rome. Rome is the capital of Italy and has a population of 2.8 million. According to legend, Rome city was founded by the twins Romulus and Remus in 753 BCE. The city is located on the banks of the river Tiber and was founded on top of 7 hills. Particularly the area around Palatine Hill and Capitoline Hill would later become the center of power of the enormous Roman Empire. You can find many ruins and excavations here of the Forum Romanum, and the Colosseum gives you an impression of how gladiators had to do battle in this enormous Roman amphitheater. The Pantheon, which is now a church, has its characteristic round, open roof and is one of the best kept buildings from Roman times. The Via Appia takes you back in time along one of the oldest roads of Rome, Italy. The city of Rome is one giant museum. It is, therefore, no surprise that the complete historic city center is on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Unique is the mini-state of Vatican City, of which the Pope is the head of state. This tiny state has an area of just 44 hectares, taken up mostly by St. Peter's Basilica and St. Peter's Square. known for the Urbi et Orbi speeches by the Pope. For many visitors to Vatican City, the Sistine Chapel, part of the Vatican museums, will be the highlight of their travel. The space, where cardinals hold the conclaves to elect a new pope, is adorned with beautiful frescoes by Michelangelo. Number 6. Berlin. The German capital is a history-packed city. Devastated at the end of World War II and divided by a wall for 28 years, Berlin regained its former splendor in great strides. The contemporary buildings erase the city's difficult past to create a unique atmosphere, where vintage blends pleasantly with the state-of-the-art, and the outlandish complements the everyday. The vestige of the Berlin Wall makes a vibrant open-air museum, where visitors can relive moments of anguish and horror by discovering numerous true stories about families that were separated for years. The death camps expose the best-kept secrets on the consequences of a fascist regime, and the bunkers transmit the terror that one day kept the city hidden by fear. There is a wide variety of activities, day trips, and excursions in Berlin that will wrap visitors up in its complex history. The DDR Museum offers visitors a unique way of discovering the socialist state of East Germany, or the German Democratic Republic. Checkpoint Charlie, one of the most famous Berlin Wall crossing points, was the setting of constant escapes to West Berlin. Museum Island offers a wide range of exhibitions for both tourists and locals. Moreover, it is simply priceless to feast on a delicious currywurst accompanied by a good German beer near the Brandenburg Gate. Discover why the number of tourists grows yearly in Berlin and find the most visited attractions. Number 5. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a city famous for its coffee shops, canals, houseboats, historic architecture, and its red light district. Founded in 1275, supposedly by two fishermen and their dog, the city grew in importance and wealth as Dutch colonies were set up around the world via the Dutch East India Company. Today, it's one of the most popular destinations in Europe. While the red light district put the city on the map, travelers have since realized that there is much more to Amsterdam than meets the eye. Here you'll find dozens of art museums, beautiful parks, wonderful outdoor cafes, lots of history, and a love of life. This city is by far one of the most beautiful in the world. There's nothing like cruising around the canals on a sunny day or relaxing in Vondelpark with a good book. The best of Amsterdam is found outside the city center in the smaller neighborhoods, with their quiet charm and canal-side cafes. Don't hesitate to wander and get lost in this city. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what you discover. Number 4. Tokyo. Tokyo is Japan's capital and the world's most populous metropolis. It is also one of Japan's 47 prefectures, consisting of 23 central city wards and multiple cities, towns, and villages west of the city center. The Izu and Ogasawara Islands are also part of Tokyo. Before 1868, Tokyo was known as Edo. Previously a small castle town, Edo became Japan's political center in 1603 when Tokugawa Ieyasu established his feudal government there. A few decades later, Edo had grown into one of the world's largest cities. With the Meiji Restoration of 1868, the emperor and capital moved from Kyoto to Edo, which was renamed Tokyo, Eastern Capital. Large parts of Tokyo were destroyed in the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923 and the air raids of 1945. Today, Tokyo offers a seemingly unlimited choice of shopping, entertainment, culture, and dining to its visitors. The city's history can be appreciated in districts such as Asakusa and many excellent museums, historic temples, and gardens. Contrary to common perception, Tokyo also offers many attractive green spaces in the city center and within relatively short train rides on its outskirts. Number 3. Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain and the country's most visited city. With nearly 10 million visitors each year, Madrid is one of the most popular cities in Europe. The number of foreign tourists who visit Madrid continues to grow due to its rich culture, its numerous landmarks, great nightlife, and fun activities. In Madrid, you can feel the true essence of Spain, in its elegant architecture, the life in its plazas, and the delicious cuisine. For history buffs, the city offers a plethora of historical sites to visit in Madrid, including the world's continually operating oldest restaurant and an ancient Egyptian temple. Madrid is considered the gastronomic capital of Europe, with 27 Michelin-starred restaurants in the city and surrounding area, and a wide range of eateries offering everything from traditional Spanish dishes to ultramodern fusion cuisine. Madrid has art bursting from the seams. The museums of the capital are packed with true jewels, from the leading painters and sculptors in history. The Prado, the Reina Sofia, and the Thyssen make up the Golden Triangle, where you can enjoy the finest Spanish and international art. Number 2. Dubai. Dubai is like nowhere else on the planet and is a fascinating place to visit. Often claimed to be the world's fastest growing city, over the past 4 decades it has metamorphosed from a small trading center in Persian Gulf to become one of the world's most glamorous, spectacular, and futuristic urban destinations, fueled by a heady cocktail of petrodollars, visionary commercial acumen, and naked ambition. Visit Dubai for a week or just a short stopover, and you'll be blown away by the clash of cultures, extreme luxury, and world-famous architecture. Dubai's ability to dream and then achieve the impossible has ripped up expectations and rewritten the record books, as evidenced by stunning developments such as the soaring Burj Khalifa, the beautiful Burj Al Arab, and the vast Palm Jumeirah Island, a testament to the ruling sheikh's determination to make the city one of the world's essential travel destinations for the 21st century. Yellow boats will take you to see the Palm Jumeirah, the Burj Al Arab, and the marina on a single trip. Number 1. Paris. Capital of France, often called the City of Love or the City of Light, is one of the most important and influential cities in the world, and a captivating destination that enchants millions of visitors each year. In terms of tourism, Paris is the second most visited city in Europe after London. Paris boasts world-famous landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, and Notre Dame Cathedral. Seeing these for the first time is an unforgettable thrill. Beyond the well-known sights, explore medieval streets in the Marais, discover historic shopping arcades, and admire edgy street art. Paris is full of surprises. Paris offers endless fun activities. Some of the most memorable things to do in Paris include visiting the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and Notre Dame Cathedral. During the evening, experiencing one of the legendary Moulin Rouge cabaret shows, strolling through some of the most picturesque neighborhoods. Even if you return dozens of times, there's always something new to see and do. As Audrey Hepburn said, Paris is always a good idea. The capital of France seems to have been designed specifically for the enjoyment of its visitors. Its streets, squares, buildings, gardens, and monuments beckon tourists to return, and indeed, many do.